Hello, everybody. It's Kevin Furber again. This is week 4 of my journey with radiotherapy to beat HPV virus cancer of the tonsils. It's just taken me 3 attempts to do that introduction. I'm probably a little bit more tuned in now, but I'm tired this week. Week 4, actually, week 4 up to about Wednesday, Thursday was okay, but the last couple of days have really killed me. And I've slept a lot. I more or less slept all day yesterday, and a fair chunk of Friday night. Although I felt optimistic, realistically, when I cuddled up next to a warm fire, I was away with the fairies. So week 4 itself started okay. I've been working all week. I've done a lot of meetings. I could concentrate okay, and by Wednesday, rather than feeling this sickly feeling I was feeling, I decided to come off the paracetamol painkillers, and I felt really good for 2 days. I went in to see the consultant again, happy enough, but I probably should say as well, I'd lost half a stone from the previous week, even though I've been battling to try and take as many calories as I could. I couldn't really eat properly. So I've lost half a stone. A lot of that's gone around my neck, face. And subsequently, my mask wasn't fitting, and therefore the radiotherapy team have had to adjust my body on the delivery of the radiotherapy, which was a bit of a concern actually on Monday. They seem to take it in the stride, but the reality is you can't lose weight on your face or you don't fit into the program. And I'm going to give them a bit more of a challenge this Monday as well, because I've lost another half a stone. And there's no way I can take in 2,000 calories a day anymore. The idea is to eat 4 of these as a minimum. And I can tell you, I can't stand them. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just my body, and it has now had enough. It's had enough of them. And even my trusty old Huel, I wish I'd have eaten more of that when I could do, because that's the only thing I've been able to stomach today. And even that has given me diarrhea. So it's sorry if it's too much detail, but I'm doing this generally for the people that might be on this journey themselves. So I've started taking a little bit of liquid paracetamol. I do the paracetamol and then I try and swallow. It's not the pain, it's the disgusting taste that's in your mouth, and it goes on for a long time. So once you do eat something like that, you absorb that liquid. You don't feel good in your tummy, and the disgusting taste hangs around for 3 or 4 hours, and it's just horrible, really bad. So a big part of that this week has been for me to try and combat that by working and taking my mind off things. But I've got to say, my mindset's changed. I can't think too far in advance. I'm starting to look at it like it's climbing Everest, and it's just one day at a time now. And it's definitely going to be that next week. I can't think too far in advance, and I can't think too deeply about anything. It's just one step in front of the other. As each hour goes by, I'm just dealing what's in front of me. So that's the only way in which I can deal with it. Positive. Everybody was happy to see me this week at work, and it was nice to get out there. But at this moment in time, I'm dealing with a really sickly feeling, and I feel like I just need a rest. But of course, I don't need a rest because I'm sleeping all the time. So what I need is a distraction, and I'm doing that through work, and I'm happy to work. So that's about it. I'm happy to drive myself to the treatment so far as well. All last week was good. It was probably the simplest weeks. And there's something quite therapeutic for me to be going through that process. If it's one step at a time, I can get my head around going for the treatment. That's actually becoming something to look forward to. It's something I can achieve, and it's not that difficult. So I'm happy with my progress with that. I think what's hard is to be alone by yourself for a few hours, because then you're just falling asleep. So I need to be doing something with my mind. And that brings me to an end, really. I've met some lovely people this week at the Rosemere Centre at Preston, going through the same journey as me. And there's only a couple of us that are going through this with relatively small symptoms, because we're only having treatment on one side of our necks. And therefore we can swallow, and we're not on the stomach pegs. But I can tell you, if I carry on like this, by Wednesday, I'll be seriously thinking about feeding myself through a tube. And it's not because of the pain. I can deal with that. It's just that disgusting, sickly feeling, which I think comes from the saliva in your throat. So when you swallow things, you take that liquid down with you. So I'm going to ask the consultant that if you feed yourself directly into your stomach, do you avoid that? And if you do, then maybe there's some benefits of feeding yourself through a tube that I didn't anticipate. I thought I'd just have to put up with pain, and I can put up with pain, but what I can't put up with is this sickly feeling. Or maybe that's what you get anyway. And if that's the case, then I'll just have to put up with this for another couple of weeks. But there you go. As a reminder to everybody, I'm not taking chemotherapy. It's radiotherapy only. It's a 6-week course. The tonsils is on one side of my neck, so I'm having relatively mild treatment with a really good positive outcome predicted. So wish me luck. I appreciate everybody's support. I'm less emotional in some ways than I have been, purely because I can't think about it anymore. I'm just in the fight. And I hope to be reporting next week, which will see me towards the end of my final week. So I've got my end goal in sight, and I'm soldiering on. So thanks for supporting me, everybody. I hope this does somebody some good somewhere watching the journey. In many ways, it's not as bad as you think. I'm 4 weeks into the 6 weeks, and I'm okay so far. But I can tell this next 2 weeks is going to be hard. See you all later. Thanks for keeping up to date.